We have been getting a lot of queries regarding the compressed biogas or CBG. So I thought of making a small presentation with all the required details because it is very difficult to talk to one on one with every one of you. So there are a lot of questions. Uh, as a technology company, as a gas producers by ourselves, I will try to make an effort to clarify as far as possible. So Icons, we started as a proprietary company in 2011 and we started with microbial research. We were working on methanogenic bacteria which produce methane from biodegradable material. Over the time with Satat coming in and oil marketing companies started buying the gas, then we thought we will go or promote ourselves from being consultants to gas producers. And when we started establishing our own plant, we trained a lot of people and a good team got formed. So thereon we started doing project for even other interested entrepreneurs in a most practical way. So my other colleague is Dr. Jaipal. He is a microbiologist, PhD holder. Then we have Anand, who is a horticulturist, and we have Ramachandran working on the finances side. Having horticulturist is basically icons can do any kind of feedstock, but our specialty is using Napier grass. So we need a full-time horticulturist who is well versed with the agricultural side of the project. So in 2011 we did start our activity. Then we signed a contract with Indian Oil in 2020 May, and we already started supplying gas. Then over the time we also developed our own purification system, and during the last pandemic, COVID pandemic, we supplied quite a lot of medical oxygen generators uh, apart from methane generation. Then on the sales side, as we felt there can be a challenge for few years to come, we came up with a kit where you can use CNG on a diesel engine without doing any modification on the engine. So now we can run diesel generators, trucks and cars on CNG and diesel mixed mode. There will be like 50-50 or 60-40 kind of ratio. We can run the diesel engine along with CNG. And apart from that, we are in development of many other equipments related to the CBG. So if you look at the market opportunity, you may find different sources. So natural gas is 9 billion US dollar and growing at about 7.2 CAGR per year. CAGR is compounded annual growth rate. So it is exponential kind of growth tracking mechanism. Currently, natural gas makes only 6% of our oil and gas market. Our oil and gas market is somewhere between 100 billion to 110 billion as of today. Now, by 2030, the government wants to make it 15% of the economy. Means in the entire energy basket, out of that, natural gas or gas based has to be 15%. To make it happen, the natural gas has to grow three times than today between 2021, now we are sitting in 2030. And apart from this 3x increase, within this increase there is a 10% blending mandate for the bio-CNG. So bio-CNG will have to grow much more faster than this 3x. So we are importing 80% of the oil and 50% of the natural gas also is imported. Remaining is getting produced in house. So there is a huge economical benefit for the country, and forex exchange, all those indirect benefits are linked to this Satat scheme, what government is trying to do. So if you look at the policy, there is a scheme called SATAT, Sustainable Alternate Towards Affordable Transportation. Apart from that, there are 5,000 plants which are being targeted for the public sector. Then there will be a lot of industrial captive plants which would come up apart from these OMC backed CBG initiatives. RBI also has made it a priority sector lending. They have classified it under agriculture infrastructure. So that document is available online. You can refer. Then all this needs some kind of investment backup. So one way of doing is private equities and those things if you have enough money at hand, or else State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda and Canara Bank are having a specific product for the CBG. So Indian Oil Corporation is leading the initiative and they have signed MOU with these banks to help the entrepreneurs. And also the Ministry of Renewable Energy gives a subsidy. So the main intention of the subsidy is encouragement. So as a company, Hycons believe that the project has to be viable and sustainable even without the subsidy. With that core idea, we go forward. Otherwise, currently the subsidy is 400 lakhs for 4.8 ton per day capacity plant. So if the plant is smaller than 4.8, the subsidy also in the same ratio it will come down. If the plant is bigger, then the same ratio will apply until we hit the top line of 10 crore subsidy. So maximum subsidy eligible is 10 crore. So that means 12 TPD plant, that is where the subsidy will it will be eligible for the subsidy. Beyond that, it will not be. And OMCs buy at 46 rupees on 10 or 15 year contract based on our requirement. If we are putting it to the pipeline, now the major development is we CBG entrepreneurs are allowed to inject the gas into the pipeline. It is not allowed to be done to trunk lines. Trunk line is something like the major highways where 36 inch pipe with some 60 bar or more pressure is being there. So entrepreneurs are not allowed to inject into those trunk lines, but there will be CGD companies, which is City Gas Distribution, which are an intermittent company. We can supply to the pipelines of those CGD company, and those CGD pipelines are in turn linked to the trunk line. So ultimately it will reach the national grid. Maybe the major idea behind not allowing the trunk line is the safety. It is on high pressure, the leakages, and OMCs do not know whether the all of us as entrepreneurs would take enough care to maintain the safety and the features, the safety features we will follow or we will damage during the injection time, whether we will supervise. So those concerns are there. So right now it is fair enough. It is logical. So we are not allowed to touch on the uh, trunk line. This is one part of the story. Now coming to second part, as I told, we can do on press mud or various other sources. So press mud is a sugar factory waste. Then there are cow dung, poultry, those things are anyway there. All these digesters can take any input, whereas the output can vary, but once you construct, they are never useless. You can put something or other material into it. We encourage people to use Napier grass because we need not depend on other people for the biodegradable waste. That is point number one. And along with Napier grass, you can put anything else which is available. So basic idea of Satat is to utilize the unused biodegradable waste. So Napier is something like a risk mitigator. When there is no season for a particular waste, we can always count on Napier. So Napier plus something or purely on Napier. In case of South India, there is no chance of getting enough press mud. There is no paddy straw because it gets used as a fodder. So there are very less opportunity and waste sources. Coming to the municipal solid waste, it can happen like a very good social venture, and municipal solid waste is often bought at zero price or at a negative price. So municipal solid waste, well segregated, it is also a very valuable waste. The only thing is with municipal waste, every day there can be a different mixture, so that you have to, your laboratory technician should be very clever. So Prismad is second most preferred way we prefer. Uh, the reason is it is ready with sugars. So sugars are available in a ready to eat form for the bacteria. Whereas in Napier grass, we pre-digest and make the Napier to glucose and sugars, and those glucose and sugars will get converted to gas. So other things, when we say in Napier, it covers all of the cellulose and lignocellulose kind of material, which includes bamboo, maize, sun hemp, all those things. It need not be only Napier. So coming to the process, this is pretty simple and straightforward. We are putting the biodegradable material into anaerobic digestion. Anaerobic means without the presence of oxygen. Then 55% methane and some 35% of carbon dioxide will get produced, which is called biogas. And there will be hydrogen sulfide and moisture. This hydrogen sulfide and moisture will get separated in a purification system, and it is upgraded to 90, 93 or 96% purity level. Then this purified gas, which is equivalent to the natural gas, gets compressed to 200 or 250 bar. Usually PESO license will be given for 200, and over the time it can be upgraded to 250 bar, and 200 or 250 bar, which is quite a lot. So enough safety features, trained personnel, care has to be taken into. For a comparison, our tire pressure is 30 psi, which is 3 bar. Now we are talking about 250 bar, which is about 90 times higher than the tire pressure. So this is not a very small compression, it is a real compression we are talking about. Then this compressed gas is filled into the cylinders, cascade of cylinders. Many cylinders are joined together. It gets into the either OMCs, oil marketing company retail outlets, or to industrial use, or the pipeline. So inside the digester, what is happening is biodegradable material is eaten by the microbes and they make it acid. Then this acid becomes sugar or glucose. Then this sugar and glucose gets converted to biogas. This is the basic of the process. So we often hear a word technology provider, especially under SATA scheme. So technology provider means we as a company, we have our own gas plant. Apart from this, we Icons would help you to choose the raw material, whether it is grass, press mud, or whatever. Then there will be various type of digesters, CSTR, batch, so many. Then again on the purification, H2S, removal, drying, there is pressure swing absorption, membrane, those kind of technologies. Then there is a compression, which are again two types you can do. So basically, the technology provider, either Icons or any other technology provider, is helping you to select the right kind of equipment, machineries, make within your budgetary uh, constraints to help you out come out with a working plant. So basically, you have the icha, we are going to give, we have the knowledge, and together we are going to work and establish the plant. That is the basic idea of technology provider. So all across the world, Napier remains the most superior and best type of grass, be it a fodder or for energy production. So basic process of growing is very simple. So we have to prepare the land, then we have to make the necessary arrangements for these burrows. Then you have the stems you have to cut, which you have to take from other plants. Then this is sown. This will start growing. After 45 days, you will be able to harvest. Apart from first time you have to wait for 90 days to harvest. Later on, every 45 days, you will keep on harvesting and putting into the this one, biodigester. And the harvesting with manual, it is not going to work for you. You have to go for complete mechanized farming only. We are talking about a proper industry here, so there is no jugaad method which will work. So in case of Icons, if with Napier grass, if grass is typically comes from either farmers or we grow ourselves. It is our choice whether or not to go for a contract farming or um, grow on our self basis, and it can grow almost anywhere. Occupies barren land. It will lock lot of carbon in the form of fertilizer and stems, leaves everywhere, and it will release the oxygen while it is growing. So once it is grown, it will become a cleanest known fuel. In fertilizer, typically you need not establish a separate sales line because this fertilizer will get utilized in your own farm. Then the water what we are feeding for the first time, that will keep on getting reused. So there is no daily additional water which is required, whereas there is no affluent also. And whatever this additional water of small amount is required, that is only for the utility purpose, washing the hands or taking bath, those kind of things. So around the year, we are totally dependent. We are not dependent on any other people or companies to supply us the waste, and it will work from climate condition. It will work in coastal areas. It can work in hilly areas, and predictable output. Every day we are putting the same raw material, so following the same process, so same output we are going to get. And our specialty is we have a microbial enzyme which will digest the cellulose and hemicellulose part of the plant. That is why higher output is coming. So there is absolutely no magic or tall claim about the output. The only difference is without enzymes you will get only readily available sugar and proteins you will be digesting. In case of Icon, we digest the cellulose and hemicellulose also along with the readily available protein and sugars. That's why the output is higher.